Good evening. Thank you for coming to the forensic science presentation at Warren Tech. There's a few links here for you to, if you need some translation services, it's also in the chat. And then of course, there's a few links that are just posted for some of our pages, as well as our FAQ page, our frequently asked questions, that you may be able to get some things answered there. So we're gonna go ahead and start. So if you have any questions, you can directly ask students. You can do the student questions in the chat. You can message them directly, or any program specific questions, you can send them to the program questions in the chat, or you can still send them to everyone in the chat, and hopefully we can get to your question during or at the end. We will answer more of the general questions that everyone has. So you can even save your questions to the end as well if you'd like. So my name is Afton Nance. I am the program instructor here at Warren Tech North. And here's a little bit of my background. So you can see a few of the places that I've gone to school, as well as the degrees that I offer, or the degrees that I have that allows me to offer my program specific credits that I offer. So I have a master's in biology, which allows me to offer the Red Rocks credits that I do. And then I've had some jobs and some trainings in forensic science over the years, and that is how I'm qualified to teach this class. So in this class, we are the laboratory analysis and crime scene investigation side of forensics, and then criminal justice, the other program, covers the law and policing side. So we are the science-oriented laboratory skills. We go through practicals. We have crime scene related experiments that we do as well in this class. Here are some of the topics that I cover throughout the year. We always start with the history of forensic science and crime scene investigation. We ended the semester going through the first three. So we ended with blood and blood spatter. And we started this semester with DNA analysis. Last semester, we also did some wildlife forensics. So this semester is now focused on DNA analysis, drug chemistry, pathology, and fire investigation. We work on post-secondary workforce readiness skills here. We call them power skills, or PWR skills. And they just are some things like resume building, or we do mock interviews with a lot of our industry professionals that we work with, so people that actually are in the field at this time. And then we have a program web page that I will show you if you go to the Warren Tech website. Here's the program web page. There's an Instagram for the class. We have a class site as well that has some resources there. And you can click on any of these video testimonials and everything. But newly added is a 360 view of the lab space. So in the back of the classroom, this is the lab space that we have where we do a lot of our work. And then in the front of the classroom is the lecture, more activity-based spaces. So student individual desks are over here. So my class is one giant room. All right, so we do a lot of hands-on learning. We probably do non-COVID years where it's not hybrid. We do about 2 to 3 labs a week. Right now we're down to about 1 or 2 labs a week because we see students every other day. And again, the disclaimer at the bottom, all of these photos are pre-COVID. So all these students are previous students. We go to the cadaver lab at Red Rocks. That's a picture of us there. And then we take field trips to the CBI in Arvada. That's just a reminder about the questions in the chat. I offer 3 high school credits of science: forensic biology, forensic chemistry, and advanced forensic science. I also offer 8 Red Rocks Community College credits that are guaranteed transfer. And that is through Red Rocks, where you'll have to just fill out some paperwork. And I teach this concurrently with what we're doing in class. So it's not separate classes, it's while we're doing the work in class. And it basically goes through your general bio as a freshman in college. You wouldn't have to take general bio. So then I have a video of a former Warren Tech alumni student that I'd like to share with you.
Hello, my name is Caitlin Horst, and I graduated from Arvada West in May of 2019. I am currently attending Colorado Mesa University in Grand Junction for a degree in ecology and evolution, and my ultimate career goal is to be a state or national park ranger. I attended Warren Tech North in my junior year and senior year of high school. Junior year, I did forensic science, and my senior year, I did criminal justice. The reason I did Warren Tech is because growing up I was exposed to shows like CSI, NCIS, Criminal Minds, Bones especially, and because of that I've always wanted to be something akin to being a forensic scientist. So the fact that I could attend a class specifically or classes specifically for forensic science was an opportunity I could just not pass up, especially since COF, Colorado Opportunity Fund, allowed me to do it without the same tuition as, say, I was doing it in college. Within the program, I learned what it means to be a forensic scientist and what I wanted to be in the future. I also made close friends with my peers and found amazing opportunities in volunteering as well. Because the classes are smaller, you get more one-on-one experiences with the teacher and class content. Spending most of my day at Warren Tech made me want to do the criminal justice program, and doing both gave me the information for what I wanted to do in the future without the cost of college tuition. On top of that, since PM classes are longer than AM, that meant PM had Fridays off. This allowed for me to get homework done, my chores out of the way, and allowed more time for me to do sports. That is what Warren Tech allowed me to do and how it helped me.
Okay. Close that. So you notice that these kids are wearing very cool lab coats. We get to design our own lab coats and paint them. So you get to do whatever you'd like on them. And then we also have program-specific uniforms. So we have scrub tops that we wear. Our emblem, our design has changed, so we'll have a different one, a logo next year. But we do wear scrub tops as part of our uniform, which is pretty cool. And here is a current student who has done both criminal justice and this class this year. She's in my class right now.
Hi, my name is Mary Juarez, and I am a part of the Forensic Science program. As a second-year student here at Warren Tech, I can definitely say it's an environment to want to be in. It's a great opportunity to meet new people, explore what could be your future, and create bonds with individuals with similar passions. Being a part of the Forensic Science program has given me a different perspective in relations to criminal justice. My intention in joining this program was to see the forensic side of criminal justice, and I can definitely say I have not been let down. I love being a part of this program because of the hands-on learning and the ability to learn something that specifically interests me. In the process, I have built great connections with teachers and students within these past 2 years of being a part of Warren Tech. Overall, I can definitely say it's a privilege to be a part of such a great environment.
Okay. So here's some more examples of some labs that we have done. These are drug chemistry specific, and then of course our Barbie crime scenes we do during our crime scene investigation portion. And then all of these things really culminate together, all of the lab skills and everything come to the end of the year when we do our fire investigation. So I'd like to show you that opportunity.
Warren Tech forensic science students have a lot in common. And it's not just the cool, personalized lab coats they wear. They all share a passion for crime scene investigation.
I used to watch crime scene shows, so that was pretty interesting, and I was like, I want to learn how to do that.
Anthropology, bones. We've done epidemiology, where we went to Warren Tech Central and had to interview people to find out where a disease started.
This time, the learning is about arson CSI, thanks to a partnership with fire investigators Rob Sprankle and Mark Campbell, who designed, built, and then burned a reduced-scale living room, giving Warren Tech fire science students some practice and Warren Tech forensic science students a puzzle to solve.
We're looking for things that we can substantiate and say, no, This isn't important, but it is going to justify why the fire didn't start.
For an entire semester, blackened evidence, both glass and chemical, is studied and analyzed. But there's only so much a small-scale burn can provide. Which is why 7 months after the first exercise, this second full-scale burn is staged in a specially designed building across from Warren Tech's main campus. A fire canine named Bandit, whose specialty is tracking accelerants, is brought in to show students another important aspect of arson investigation. Within moments, the exercise begins. Once again, Warren Tech fire science students are tasked with putting out the flames.
Well, we've all been working towards becoming a firefighter, so it's cool to see what we're in for, really, and to see how everything works for us. I want to be able to serve the community, and I want to be able to do it in an honorable manner, and I think this is the best way.
With this scene is that you would photograph everything, right?
And once again, Warren Tech forensic science students are called in to analyze fire dynamics, burn patterns, as well as to collect, preserve, and process evidence.
There were a lot of really good things in there that persevered through that fire. And so we taught them in the reduced scale how evidence can persevere, and today it just did exactly what we said would happen.
All year they've been taught, right, it's actually kind of gearing towards, right, an event like this, which essentially is a practical application of their various skill sets.
The students get a last bit of real-world learning before the day is done, as a thermite mixture, sometimes used by arsonists, is ignited to the tune of 2,200 degrees. Even
Okay. All right, so here's just some more photos. The fire investigation has evolved over the last 4 years. That video was taken my first year here. And now we have 2 cells that we burn, one in the morning, one in the afternoon class. And then we also now put a deceased pig inside the cells when we burn them. There is some damage done to the pigs by our forensic anthropologists, so some wounds that have been created. And then some of the students who choose to be coroners or medical examiners, they are the ones who are going to do the autopsy on site when we have this project. So if there are any other questions, you can put them in the chat. And let's see here. My student chat people, is there anything that has been asked?